Thumbnail, baby. Can't get much closer than that, right, guys? The lack of food's really hitting my muscles. We've slowed down drastically on the way back compared to on the way to the tap. We're at hour 3.5 of this paddle. But man, is it hard to keep going right now. What's up, everybody? Today we are fishing the Hudson River on January 8th. It's a beautiful day out on the water, just over 40 degrees. And it's a good one. I'm down visiting my parents and photographing an engagement. We pushed off from Hastings-on-Hudson, just off the Canal Cove, and we are taking on the river right now. It is almost 11 o'clock, so the water should be peaking at high tide relatively soon, in about an hour. And the current will start to pull us out towards the city. Right now we're paddling up towards the Tappan Zee bridge, otherwise known as the Cuomo bridge. And we're hoping to catch a fish or two. I have my light setup, and there's some big fish in here, so I got a funny feeling that if we hook on to anything, we might not catch it. But we're gonna try anyway. To my left, we have the beautiful Palisades rock structure back there. To my right, we have Amtrak train tracks. Up ahead, we have the Tappan Zee bridge, and behind me, deep in the distance, you can just make out New York City on the horizon. It's a beautiful day in the middle of the winter, no ice in sight. Very refreshing from the Massachusetts waterways, so I'm very excited to get out and just paddle around. Look at the Palisades right now. Absolutely beautiful. So we've officially crossed into New Jersey, guys. Just about. No boats to the left, no boats to the right. Good to keep going. We do have to be careful here because this is where big boats like to go. So I've been living on this river. Well, I grew up on this river before I moved up to Boston. And I've only kayaked on it one time, I want to say, when I was young. And I did not get out very far. And then I saw, who was it? I'll link to him down below. I feel bad I forget his name. But another YouTuber posted a video a few years back of him pushing off of the same cove and going out. And kind of made me want to do this. I saw it the other day. He did it in the summer though. He got me thinking I could do that right now. I got the dry suit, I got the PakaYak. Water's cold though, you don't want to go in there. Don't think we should today. Don't think we should. The water is so calm. I don't think we're gonna have that problem today. Then we've got another hour at least before the tide really starts to change and start pulling us instead of helping us. And then we might fight that for a little bit, and then we're gonna head back with the help of the tide before the waves pick up. Guys, we're passing Dobbs Ferry on the right, another river town, and we are approaching Tarrytown. I doubt we'll make it there. It's a very famous one of the river towns. If you're taking Amtrak from anywhere in the north, you know Tarrytown. It's one of the last stops before like Yonkers and New York City's Penn Station, depending on where you're coming from. I used to take Amtrak a lot when I was in college and before I could drive. What a good day. Really good day. I don't care what the signs say. That's the tap. That'll always be the tap. And quite honestly, we should change it because who the hell cares? Screw these damn Cuomos anyway, right? I remember, gotta be like 10 years ago, maybe a little less, 8 years ago, when it was the old bridge and they blew it up. So we're only in about 25 feet of water right now, and there's definitely a little bit of bump to it compared to what it was earlier. I don't see a barge or anything in the window, so I'm that crazy, right? Just because I'm getting up to a wider part of the river or something. Nothing too crazy. We are now well past Dobbs Ferry. It would be cool to get to the tap. It's a little bit of an illusion because how big it is. It looks like it's right there, but it's got to be like another mile at least. This perspective really shows you how bumpy it can get right now. Again, it's not crazy. I've been in much worse, but it's definitely bumpier than it was, that's for sure. Look at that bridge though. Absolutely stole a day today. Feel really good about it. We have about 15 more minutes before I decide to turn it around, cut across the river and head back south towards Hastings. But I just want to show you guys, I am getting close to that tap. In 15 minutes, I might make it. I really might make it. Didn't expect to even get to here today, but man, am I glad I did. It just feels good to turn the camera off, turn a podcast on, and just paddle for 15, 20 minutes. Oh, there's a boat coming, a big one, so that's good. So it's a good thing we're waiting 15 minutes anyway, because we gotta wait for that bad boy to pass. Helicopter's coming over too.
From 23 nautical miles south, Montauk Point was not available. We report from Hudson Canyon.
We're gonna make sure that helicopter's not for me. Turn on the radio, turn it to channel 16, and hope that they're not trying to talk to me right now. Real close. And there is that boat I was telling you about. It's a barge coming through. So does that come?
Oh, I have to go southbound Tappan Zee Bridge with light one for the city.
Someone just came through on 16. I'll make sure to stay out of his way. Yeah, so we got about 20 more minutes before the tide changes and peaks. We do have this barge going by over there. I just want to be careful about him, but I do want to keep moving forward towards the tap because we're so close to it. And that will also help us eventually transfer over behind the barge once he clearly safely passes. So he hasn't chirped me again since announcing he was going under the bridge on 16. So I am 99.99% sure that was not for me, even though I missed it a little bit. But yeah, really cool. Really, really, really cool. We're gonna definitely lean into the wave, set a brace in the water, and be ready to rock if necessary. Really cool. You know, if I started a little bit earlier and I brought a little bit of snack with me, we probably could have made it today, but we'll save that full adventure of exploring under the tap for another day. In a future video, I want to go and see if I can find the old bridge's remains underneath the tap. I think it's just behind it. It might be in front of it, but I think it's behind it. And I know they blew it up, and they might have even just left it there because it's kind of good for fishing. Oh yeah, look at this wave. This has got to be from the barge here. Just a little high brace. Yeah, our fish finder. Oh, there it goes. It's trying. Ooh. We're just hitting it with the high brace. You definitely want to pick your times right when you're out by the tap out here in the middle. Because man, oh man, the waves, it's got to be like a 1 foot swell sometimes. It might be just from the barge, but either way, you want to be careful, right? Can't get much closer than that, right, guys? I mean, you can, but come on. I think those swells were from the barge. I mean, we knew it was that, but still. It wasn't really expecting me that much, but it's calmed down quite a bit since it's passed, so that's nice. All right, folks, we are almost across. You can see the tap just behind me. Really beautiful day. Starting to get hot in here. I guess I overdressed a little bit. Haha. Thumbnail, baby. What a good day. Made it so much further than I thought. I mean, we got to be approaching. I mean, I'm guessing here. Yeah, we're at 3 miles, just about. So I'm going to say we'll be hitting 6 miles by the end of today. That's a pretty good paddle. Can't complain about that. A little help on the way in from the tide, hopefully. But, you know, the tide is just starting to change over, so we might not get that much help. All right, we're heading southbound, everybody. The view we get of the city coming back is stunning. We got something floating in the ocean, in the river here. It might just be some driftwood, but we're gonna check it out. Big old piece. Alright, let's keep making our way back. I'm getting tired and I'm hot and I'm hungry. So we're gonna try to just coast a little bit. I can tell the current's helping me a little bit right now, but still, we got a long ways to go, probably 2.5 miles. I did not eat anything today. I only brought some water, had a little bit of bread in the morning, so my body is kicking me for going all the way to the tap. But we're just taking this slow. We've got an hour and a half before the tide becomes like an issue for landing, and it shouldn't take us that long. So we're just taking this paddle slow. There's not too much to report. I've just been focusing on getting back safely. I wish I brought a few snacks with me, but that's okay. Never killed anybody. It's only been a couple of hours. Wow, we've been on here for 3.5 hours, and the lack of food's really hitting my muscles. We've slowed down drastically on the way back compared to on the way to the tap. And now we definitely have the current on our side. We're going to that water tower over there, so it's getting hard. It's getting real hard. This is when you gotta power through. I just had some water. And just know you're almost there. Take it slow. Just keep paddling. I should have ate something. This was stupid. That's all right. We got a sandwich waiting for us on the other side. Something with chicken cutlet. Guys, I want to thank you again for sticking through this whole paddle with me. I know this is a long one. Not too much happened, but if you're at all curious about the Hudson, this is worth a paddle. You really get a unique perspective of all their towns. Hastings, Dobbs, Ardsley, Tarrytown, Yonkers, and then the city. We are so close. But man, is it hard to keep going right now. That's where we're trying to go. Right to that water tower. Right now the current's starting to help us a little bit more than it was before. Man, am I shot. We got like less than a mile. It's gonna feel so good to get there. It is gonna feel so good to get onto land. We're at hour 3.5 of this paddle. Started at 10:30 a.m. Now it's about 2:16, almost hour 4. You can see up ahead the current kind of calms down, so I got hope. I got hope. Just keep moving. Hard part's over. Just gotta keep going. Oh, we got a nice train coming by. Let's watch that. We haven't seen one of those yet today. Too bad. Under a mile left, guys. Way under half a mile now. We're probably talking in feet at this point. Sure doesn't feel like it though. Guys, I want to thank you so much for sticking with me. I know this second half was slow, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We made it, guys. We freaking made it. I cannot believe it. I can't believe that was so painful. That ride back was brutal. There's the water tower. And there is where we started. What a good day for a paddle. Absolutely perfect day. Thank you so much, guys, for sticking with me through it all. This was probably my longest paddle I've ever done, distance-wise. So, a lot I gotta learn from it. But man, did it feel good. And am I ready for paddle season to be back, baby? Come on. I just gotta get in a little bit better shape. And was that brutal? But it was fun, and I'm glad I did it. And now I'm gonna try to break down this PakaYak in like 2 seconds so I can go get some food, because man, am I hungry. Well, that's it for this, guys. Follow, subscribe, like, all that stuff. Follow me on Instagram, and yeah, peace.